Welcome to Civilian Jeeps. I'm Jake, and today I've got another video that showcases the Southeast Overland Camping Event. Now this event is right outside of Windrock OHV Park in Petros, Tennessee. Now one thing that I noticed at this event was just the sheer amount of gladiators that are set up for like an overland theme. Now I'm not an overlander myself. I really don't know too much about it. I know enough to be dangerous, I guess. I know the small things of overlanding, but I'm not a hardcore overland enthusiast. But I did see a lot of gladiators, and a gladiator is a great platform to start with because of the sheer payload capacity that a gladiator can have, and there's quite a few campers and tents and stuff that are on these gladiators. So I decided to go ahead and I'm going to shoot 22 different gladiators for you guys to view, and I'm going to show you a little bit about them, talk about them a little bit, what I know how to talk about. Like I said, I'm not an expert in an overland setting by any means, but let's just go ahead and talk about some of these gladiators. Well, most of the intro took up Gladiator number 1, but I would like to go ahead and mention this was brought by Inca 4x4. It's got 37s, raceline beadlocks, DV8 fender, Free Spirit Recreation tent, all around just a cool Gladiator. Now let's go ahead and jump into Gladiator number 2. This one is by Rockier 4x4. I'm pretty sure they're based out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's got a nice just green, deep green with the bronze. I'm a sucker for deep green and bronze Jeeps. Now, I believe these are methods. I could be wrong though. Don't quote me on that. 37s, 38s if I had to guess. This is a Go Fast camper. It's on the back of it. And you can see I really like the integrated third brake light on the tailgate hinge right there. I think that's nice and clean. Now you can see the pinstripes going down the side of it. This thing actually does get used, and you're about to see that it has a Dynatrac 60 in the rear of it. So that's some beef right there. That can handle the abuse that this Jeep most likely sees. Now it's got a lot of nice LEDs on it. It has a nice vented, factory Rubicon type hood, RCV shafts, Falcon steering stabilizer. Now on to the third one. This is Nacho for Nacho Cheese, and you can see their Instagram handle right there, NachoGP_4x4. This is a nice clean build, nothing over the top because it don't have some crazy tent on the back. It's just got almost like a ground tent that's strapped down to the bed of it, which I thought was cool. And it's got an air mattress in the back of it. You don't have to have some crazy setup out here to go camping at these events. It's got the Jackery with the solar setup. It's got nice KCs up there on the top, KCs on the A-pillar. Just a really cool setup. Now on to the next one. This is looks to be an all black with red accents, black rhino wheels, probably 37s if I had to guess, possibly 35s honestly. About 35s to 37s, got the Max Tracks on the rear. It's got cargo boxes on the top for storage, rough country, the fold out to the side tent, which gives you more room than like the hard-sided tents, but there's pluses and minuses. I see the KCs on the A-pillar there, and then you have another, I believe a 270, I believe it's a 270 with the awning walls. It looks to be by Rough Country as well because it all does match. Got it all spread out here. This is a 3-day camping event, so a lot of people just unload their rig here at the event and they don't go. They just live here for the next 3 days. They don't go anywhere, so they unload everything. Got their shower out, the tent out, the 270 awning out. I see that Devos Light Ranger over there. All around a really cool, clean setup. Now, I like this one. This is a Mojave Gladiator, and it's nothing over the top. This is more like the everyman type of Jeep. You can see the trail rated badges on the side, though, so he actually does use this thing. And it's got a cool ARE capper on the back, or topper, I should say. And then he pulls this little trailer here, and then all around just a really cool, simple Gladiator build. Gladiator number 6 here is nicknamed Mad Max. You can tell that it has some Iron Man 4x4 accessories on it, which is what this awning room is. It has the factory steel wheels with 35s, give it that nice, clean, capable look to it. And as we go around to the side, you can see that there's also a roof nest up top. That's the hard-sided edition. I believe that's the one that goes out to the side. Don't quote me on that though. Has a refrigerator in the back. All around, this Jeep is just really clean, capable, and you can see the trail rated badges along the side of it, so it does get used. On to the next one, number 7. I really like the red, and I'm not even a red type person, but I like the all red, fenders, color matched hard top, bronze wheels. There's bronze wheels again. I love the bronze wheels. And it looks to be 37s, but it's got that low center of gravity on it. It's got a 23.0 tent on top of it, and it's the hard side that pops out to the side. It's a hard shell going off to the side. Diesel heater on the tailgate there, and it's elevated. So Elevated Off-Road is the one that put this on. I did talk to the guy that owns this Jeep. Real cool guy, and overall just a really nice, clean Gladiator that's been tastefully done. But as you go around, you can see that it has rigid. It looks like the 360 lights on it. That's a Warren Evos probably. I would say that's a factor 55 maybe, thimble on the front for your hook for the winch. It's got the 44s. So on the Gladiator number 8, this one is a pretty clean build. It's a Mojave. It's all blacked out, pretty much all blacked out. It don't even have much accents on it really. I couldn't really go inside these Jeeps, like as far as opening the door. I didn't want to, be the weirdo that's just rummaging through these people's Jeeps. So I would have liked to have seen what they got going on the inside too. But this is what I could come up with for you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying something like this. Let me know in the comments below if this is something more of that you want to see in the future. I normally keep these Jeeps in the older category, really like in the classics, like CJ style, even some YJs, TJs. But I did notice just the amount of Jeeps at this event. Now he's got rigid lights all around it, and those are the ambers on the A-pillar, Smitty built winch, DV8 bumper. This is every bit of 37s, even 38s. I believe the side of it said Cody Wample Overland. If you want to check them out, you can go back in the video and get it off his tailgate back there. Now on to the next Gladiator. This one's like that nice mocha, like cream in your coffee color, and it's got Dana 44 under it. I've never seen lights right there on the fenders. That's a new one for me. It's got a light bar across the hood. Looks to have Genrite fenders, KMC beadlocks. I love KMC beadlock wheels. I think out of all the beadlocks, even race lines, KMC's look the best. It looks like it's 7. The JT is the Instagram handle if you want to go check them out. And I love the custom wrap on the tailgate as well. Looks really good. On the Gladiator number 10, I did talk to this man as well. This is Bobby, and this is his Gladiator on 37s. It's got KMC beadlocks, a nice IU cab style camper on the back of it, and he also has a camper that he tows with it that's really cool as well. It's in the main video that I posted on the event 2024 SOC. Now you can go back and check his camper out on it. Now Gladiator number 11 is called Outland, and it looks to be a decent setup, maybe a 4-inch on 37s. It's got a solar panel across the hood, gain some of that sun energy to recharge the batteries. It's got, I don't know if those are factory wheels. Not as versed on the JT, JL type factory wheels, but it doesn't have anything fancy like beadlocks, but it does have a 270 awning going all the way around it with the awning room on the side of it, refrigerator in the back, light switch right there you can see for all of his switch accessories. Outland Motorworks tent, so they must sell stuff in the overland industry. Now you can tell that this Jeep has been tastefully done, but not over the top. Now this next one, I don't know, I have mixed feelings on it. With this Gladiator, I feel like it's got a lot of potential if you remove the stickers and remove the wheels. Why would you have those big of wheels on something that's supposed to go off-road? It just don't make a whole lot of sense to me. But if I had this Jeep, remove the stickers, 37s, beadlocks, and this thing would be perfect. The camper, I've never seen another one like it. It's really cool, so make sure to check it out. It's got a Nature Nest 270 awning with the walls. Here's the camper I was talking about. It almost looks like a drop-in, bed camper, like a truck camper, but I've just never seen one. It's really nice, clean, matches the Jeep, and it's got a snorkel on it. Now, Gladiator number 13 here was owned by Bradley and Jessica. I talked to them for a little while at the event. Really cool people, really nice, great hospitality. And they have, I believe, a 2-inch lift on it with Black Rhino wheels on 35s. And you can see the diesel heater there. That's actually one of the Vevor, I think is how you say it. They got it off Amazon. IceCo refrigerator seemed to work well. The tailgater tire table, I also have one of them. They're really neat. And you can see, this is just a nice, simple, clean Gladiator build. They are in the process of getting a trailer made to pull behind the truck and switch from the rooftop tent into a trailer for the next few events coming up in years to come. Rough country winch, nice bumper there. Well, Gladiator number 14 was honestly one of my favorites at this event. You can tell that it's got custom fenders to be able to have the low center of gravity with these 40s, and those 40s are on beadlocks, but if you notice, this is a bobbed bed. The bobbed bed really helps with the departure angle issue of the Gladiator. It's got your sliders there. I believe that's still a 44 in the rear. I didn't get a good look at it, but it's got inner fenders, the Warren winch on the front. I believe those are KCs. They almost have the Baja design look to them, but those are the KC. I think those are the Flex series, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a 44 truss to help out with those 40s. I'm sure they got chromoly shafts in that thing as well. And it's got a Tough Stuff hard side tent on the back of it. It looks to be maybe the Alpha series. But overall, this Jeep is just extremely clean. And it tows this trailer, and the trailer is quite the setup as well. But on to Gladiator number 15. This Gladiator, I did another video on YouTube about it. It's probably 2 videos ago. This Gladiator is owned by Matt Menser, and he does use this thing. Right now it's on 37s, but actually the next week he was going to 38, so it does look a little different probably by now. It's got a Pacific Crest capper or cap on the back of it. It's got 2,000 watts of solar energy with a complete Renogy setup on it. It's got 270 awning with the walls all the way around. And with the bed folded back like this, a 6-foot tall man can easily stand up in the bed of the truck and have plenty of headspace. Well, Gladiators 16 and 17 are back to back to each other. Now, this tent is one of the hard side shell tents, but it opens up to the side, as you can see. I don't know the brand of it yet, but we'll soon get to that here in a minute. It's got another Warren winch on it. Looks to be the Baja design type lights. Those might have been the off-brand, though. It's got the Fox steering stabilizer on it. I'm assuming probably 37s on maybe 4 inches. Got some trail-rated stickers, or badges as you would call them. The Trails of Honor, I should say. And then I believe that was a roof nest. Yes, a roof nest. And then on to number 17. This one's got the Rotopacks on the side. It's got diesel, so I'm assuming he uses that for his diesel heater. Although it could be an eco diesel, I'm not entirely sure. This one looks to be 37s as well, Black Rhino wheels. I've come to realize that Black Rhino wheels is kind of a theme with all these Overland Gladiators. Not sure why. Nothing wrong with them, but I've just noticed that a lot. I like the sticker on the side of it, no ducks. I can relate to that. He does have the Badge of Honor stickers as well, and then he's got his GMRS radio antenna on it, and then the Baja design. I like how there's 3 of them on the front bumper. That looks really clean. And Falcon steering stabilizer with the factory 44. And overall, this Jeep is really cool looking. Got the shower on the side of it, solar panels set up. Just all around a really cool, clean build for Gladiator number 17. Number 18 is this absolutely massive Gladiator Rubicon. It's got 40-inch wheels and tires on it. Well, the 40-inch tires looks to be about a 17-inch beadlock if I had to guess. It's an eco diesel by Dream Big Adventures. It's got the Crazy Beaver shovel on the side, axe. Looks to be a fire extinguisher on it as well. The CO2 tank is mounted on the side of the rack for tire inflation, I would assume. It's got all kinds of sponsors on the side of it, so I'd say this thing actually does get some action if it's got that many sponsors. It's got a deck system in the back, Roam box. It's got Max Tracks, high lift jack, probably a diesel heater mounted on the side there. It's got a lot of Baja design lights on it. I really like the look of the, I believe it's called graphite gray maybe. It's a really nice dark gray tint to it. Looks to be the factory Dana 44. Now on to the next Gladiator. This is another one with 35-inch tires, Black Rhino wheels, blacked out, red accents. Look at these aux beam lights. I really like those. I'm got some aux beam stuff myself, and it's some quality stuff for the price that you're going to pay. And I really like those 3 aux beam lights on the front of it. Looks to have the possibly Terraflex lift on it. Not entirely sure. Didn't get a good look at it there. It's got the rolling lock bed cover on the back. And I like how you can have the bed cover but also have the bed rack to put your Roam boxes on top of. And then it's got a little camper that it tows behind it, and that's a sweet camper setup. On to number 20. I talked to this guy for a while. He seemed like a really cool guy that just got into the overland style theme not too long ago. He likes to take his grandkids out and go camping with them. Now this is that cream in your coffee color looking Mojave Gladiator. It's got an alu cab on the back of it. It's got a rooftop tent. That's the hard side one. It's got an ARB fridge, some storage drawers right there. I can't see who's Zargs. I've never heard of that, but those are the boxes in case you're interested in some of them. I haven't seen those boxes yet. But anyway, he decided to open it up for me so I can get a better look. And a lot of the stuff on it is new. He hasn't had this Gladiator too long, but he plans on putting a lot of miles on it and making a lot of memories with his grandkids in this Gladiator. On to the final two Gladiators, number 21 and 22. Now, this group was sitting around talking to each other, and I ended up talking to them for a little while. Really cool group of people, and I really like their Jeep. Look at that heater set up on the back. That is awesome. Now, I like that dark green color, like I mentioned before. It's got the Rubicon. Look at the steel wheels. That's something you'd see like on an old Willys Jeep. I thought that was really neat to see that. Now, another one in that group also had a Gladiator, rounding out the final Gladiator for this list of 22. Now, you can see it's got the Warren winch on it. I really like the topo wrap that's on the hood, and it's got the solar panels draped across the windshield, collect some of that free energy from the sun. But overall, these Gladiators, I really like, just how people can customize them, put their own little personal touch on them, and do pretty much whatever for, camping. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap the video up here, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and when it comes to Jeeps, keep it classic.